Hello and good morning. Today is a Friday, 11th day of October 2024. As you know today, the Nigeria Super Eagles with the Libyans, they have marched in Oyo and Akwa Ibom State. And yesterday, something terrible happened. It's all about the issue of insecurity. And you know that I prioritize anything about security or insecurity happening in Nigeria because I believe that the government are working with the people who are kidnapping, who are terrorizing the nation. So what happened yesterday is an international disgrace to Nigeria and people who live in Nigeria, because this thing has never happened in any other country. And this is breaking. DStv crew member heading for Oyo to cover AFCON match shot dead during attack. 6 others rescued. What sort of country is this? That DStv crew members who are going to cover the AFCON match, their crime is that they are working in Nigeria. That is just their crime. Their crime is that they are working in Nigeria. And people will just normalize it. What happened is a normal thing. No, it's just normal terrorists. How long should we continue to normalize the, abnormalities in Nigeria? The person only just gone like that forever. The other day, I was saying that so many Nigerians are on the death row. So some persons do not understand what I said. Many Nigerians are on a death row. You don't know when your own is going to come. It's only God that is protecting people. So when this man, he took his bed from the house, he told his family, let me go and cover AFCON match in Oyo. And after that, I am going to come back the following day. And maybe the wife will give her a kiss and say, Daddy, goodbye. Only for the man to just come out in the road while going, he was shot dead. He did not commit any crime. I want people to understand what is going on in Nigeria. It is abnormal. This is a pure terrorism act. And I am so concerned about this because the federal government, they are not talking about it. The federal government, they are not interested about it. So it is a bad situation. Let us read this article from Shara Reporters for you to understand the details of what happened. The title reads, Breaking: DStv crew member heading for Oyo to cover AFCON match shot dead during attack. 6 others rescued. The article was written 10th October 2024, and here is the details. A crew of DStv journalists going to cover the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON qualifier match were attacked and kidnapped, while one of them has now been confirmed dead. Shara Reporters learned. Shara Reporter earlier reported that the Anambra State Police Command said that the Joint Security Forces led by the command rescued 6 sports journalists who were kidnapped in the state while on their way to Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. The public relations officers of the command, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, who confirmed the rescue of the adopted journalists to Shara Reporters, said the media crew were kidnapped along Iseke Ondo Road in the Hianda local government area of the state when they were traveling from Lagos State to Oyo. Ikenga had said Joint Security Forces have successfully rescued 6 members of the media crew who were adopted while traveling from Lagos to Oyo along Iseke Ondo Road in Ihiala. The police spokesperson had added, meanwhile, operations are still ongoing for the possible rescue of the 7 crew members. Further development shall be communicated. It was gathered that the sports journalists were traveling to Oyo ahead of the Super Eagles match with Libya in Oyo in the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations qualifier on Friday, that is today. Shara Reporters, however, learned on Tuesday that the 7th member of the crew yet to be rescued has been killed. A source said, the DStv crew heading to Oyo for AFCON match coverage was attacked and kidnapped. A victim was shot dead as the army rescued 7 persons. One of them is K, a technical crew member, and he is now confirmed dead. This is sad news. It's a sad story, but how long shall we continue to, bring out all these sad stories on and on every day? And the military have exonerated themselves from the insecurity going on in Nigeria. The chief of army officer told us that they don't have the capacity to protect Nigerians, that they are few. That the number of military personnel with police, custom, navy officers, that they are not more than 2 million, that they can secure the lives of over 200 million Nigerians. That is a very worrying something that a lot of people are supposed to be talking about, but no one is talking about it. Because for some persons, it doesn't matter what happened. As I said before, this is an evil adaptation, a very bad adaptation, that some Nigerians have been adapted to the condition they find themselves because they were born and brought up from this dungeon. They don't know that all this kidnapping, killing, that is not normal. They believe it is normal, and that is why no matter what is going on, they're suffering. According to Fela, this is suffering and smiled. They don't worry, they don't act, they don't do anything because they believe that it is a normal thing. And I don't know how long it will take for us to make Nigerians to emancipate themselves, to believing that all these things happening are not normal. These are normal things. It is abnormal that someone will just wake up, they kill your brother. So it is all these terrorists that kill him, and it ends there. The government is supposed to pay for it. No one is dragging the government, of which government are guilty because with that number we have been able to establish the complicity of government. And tell me, how can foreign journalists come into a country? If a journalist is covering protests, the journalist will be kidnapped, or police will throw tear gas, police will arrest the journalist. If journalist is going to cover a football match, international football match for that matter, they will kidnap, they will kill him. What will make international journalists to come into the country to cover events again? How long shall we use to understand that this country is not working and it's not going to work? How long are we going to stay before we realize that the more we stay together in this country, the more things get worse? Since I was born, and let me say from 1999 to 2000, where Nigeria returned to this so-called democracy that is not democratic we are in, I've never seen any year where Nigeria gets better. Nigeria keep getting worse and worse from 1999 up to today. From Obasanjo to Yaradua. Yaradua did not stay throughout his tenure for us to understand whether the thing will get worse or not. Handed over to Jonathan. Jonathan handed over to Buhari. You can see it's like a diminishing something from the best to the worst. And here we are. After people thought that Buhari will be the end of suffering, pain, and everything, Tinubu is just making us to understand that Buhari is a saint. And I promised Nigerians one thing, you see. If we continue to pretend, we are going to pay the price of falsehood. Nigeria will pay the price of falsehood, and that is what we are paying. A lot of people are falsifying information in Nigeria. They are falsifying things on their own favor to the detriment of the masses. Someone will just come out because he's a businessman in Nigeria, and he will tell you that all this is well in Nigeria. All this not well. Someone will just come out and begin to tell you that, everything going on in Nigeria is okay, will be because of their personal interest to the detriment of the poor masses. How long shall we continue like this? And that is why I'm saying this time with that number, that we really need to sit down and think. If we continue like this, Nigeria is going to end when we did not prepare. It is time for people to begin to talk about it. Traditional rulers should understand where this country is going. They have the history of the country. We have dark days ahead, and nobody knows what is going to happen.